Hey, what's up, guys? Riley here, back with another episode of UCL or Bust with Barcelona in Football Manager 2020. Now, last video, I did realize that I accidentally cut off the top part of the screen. I forgot to readjust my camera dimensions, and I basically realized it after I had already recorded it. So I've adjusted it now, so you should be able to see the full screen and the score and the minutes and the time and the actual match. I accidentally cut that off, so that was my bad. But here we go, getting into a match versus Sevilla here, and they did win their first game pretty handily, so it should be a pretty tough match. And actually, I'll get into their starting. We'll wait to see their starting 11 here. But getting into our team news here, we do have a few injuries or new injury news in general. Jordi Alba returning from injury, so he will be starting over Junior Firpo in this game, who will be returning. Actually, he won't even be making the bench in this one. We'll be keeping Musa Wage, which I did check it is Wage, in the substitutes here. So Junior Firpo does not make the side at all for this match, despite putting in a pretty solid performance in the first one. And then also, Arthur and Ousmane Dembele both picked up injuries in the midweek. However, Ousmane Dembele's is a groin injury, so I don't really want to risk him even coming off the bench. He's still 3 days out from being fully fit, and a groin injury is one of those where you could basically re-injure it fairly easily. So I don't want that to happen with Ousmane Dembele. So I'm going to let him rest, get fully recovered, and not even pick him for this game. And then Arthur's was simply like a bruise or something like that, so nothing to worry about. So I'm going to keep him on the bench. He's not quite fully fit yet, and I was actually considering doing this anyways, but because we were coming up against a pretty solid attacking side in Sevilla, I am going to move. I'm going to move from the attacking or advanced playmaker and Metsala. I'm going to move the Metsala down to a box-to-box midfielder, and then put Vidal there. So Vidal is going to start over injured Arthur here in this match. And then also in Ousmane Dembele's place, I've decided to start Suarez at the complete forward role up top, and then move Griezmann to an inside forward on attack. So he will be moved there, and we'll have to see how he plays in that role, coming off a very solid performance in the complete forward role in Game 1. So we're going to get right into it here. I don't know, actually, I won't say I'm too confident because I'm still a little I'm a little unsure of how this tactic is really going to work out in the long run. But I think it's obviously started off pretty solidly, so we might have to make some in-game changes. But yeah, let's get right into this one. Okay, so here are the starting 11s. For looking at Sevilla's here, they got Munir up top, former Barcelona player, Nolito up top, former Manchester City player, and then Ronnie Lopez out on the right wing here, former Monaco. And then I have Franco Vasquez and Juan Jordan here. So pretty solid midfield / attack overall. Fernando, former City player as well. So very solid team overall. I think this is definitely one of those teams that can be competing for a Champions League spot in this one. And one thing I did forget to mention too is I did bring up Carlos Perez because I also obviously left Ousmane Dembele in the reserves and not even on the bench. So I did bring up Carlos Perez to fill his spot on the bench. So let's get right into this one here. See how we perform. Team style should be pretty similar here. I'm anticipating that Sevilla will come out and try to keep possession as well, but we're going to press them and try to limit the effectiveness of their possession-based style here. So I'm just going to say let's give the fans the performance that they're expecting of us here, and we're going to go to opposition instructions as well. I do want Franco Vasquez and Juan Jordan closed down. I'd much rather have more of a U shape in the pass map where they're relying on ball advancement from their wingers here, especially their fullbacks. I want to keep that ball advancement from the center of the field, especially keeping it from Franco Vasquez. So when they get on the ball, I want them pressed very hard. So let's get right into this one and see how we do. Okay, first highlight of the game here. Passing out from the back is Sevilla. We are pressing. It looks like they have space on the wings here if they can find it. They haven't yet, but the press looks pretty solid. We do force a turnover. That's very positive as they do try to play out from the back. Definitely something I want to see more of from us is pressing right from the goal kicks and forcing turnovers, even if it's a long distance turnover there. Good distribution from Sergio Busquets here, or Sergio Busquets rather, up to Griezmann on the wing. Here it is. Griezmann, can he cut inside? Oh, he's going to take it on the way on his left. Ooh, he goes for a near post shot and hits side netting. Not a bad start from us though. Okay, second highlight of the game here. We only have about 30% possession right now, but I'm okay with it. Ooh, and MTT hits just wide. Let's see if we can make something here. We need to make sure that we are pretty efficient with our build-up, keep that ball circulation going like we're seeing now. Quick circulation up to Messi. You can just take it in, finish that. There it is. First goal of the game, Lionel Messi. Good stuff. Good stuff. So I like to see that for sure. I like to see the quick ball circulation and definitely catching one-on-one, catching him out off guard right here with the one-on-one with Messi, and that width is really what creates that there, the width from the fullbacks. Let's see if we can see that highlight again here. MTT on the ball, and we have the fullback pinned wide here, and then it creates the one-on-one Messi versus the fullback, as obviously it would be Nolito has to be pinned up with that fullback wide that we have wide, and is unable to help out really with closing down Messi in that situation. So only 36% possession, up 1-0, and we haven't allowed a single shot. We'll see if they get a shot here. It looks like this may be their highlight, but let's see if we can close it down. No success there. It's going to be Shimido. Good close down. Alba kind of lagged a little bit there. Okay, good. Got it out. So we're kind of relying on counterattacks, but I don't even really mind that, honestly, against a team like this, because we need to kind of play as efficient as possible. And against Sevilla, who definitely would press us hard, definitely, trying to find that's a correct balance between, sure, possession-based, but also being efficient as possible. Good win by De Jong there. That looked like it could have been broken open there. So back to Messi now. Can he find Griezmann on the other wing here? He's making a wide run, and then also have Alba coming up the side too. He's going to whip into Suarez. Oh, down to Suarez. Can he poke it in? Yes, he can. Let's go. That's 2-0. So 2-0 from the boys. Very good start to the match here. I was not expecting this good of a start. I was expecting a very tough match from Sevilla, but I think the way I've also adjusted the tactics a little bit too, so we do focus on counterattacking a little bit more. And I'm okay with this. We only have 34% possession, but 7 shots, 3 on target. Haven't allowed a single shot. I am absolutely okay with this performance so far. Let's see if we can keep it up here. And now Sergio on the ball. So this is going to be another consecutive highlight, and this is crazy that we're getting this many highlights. But I mean, I like it. If they're ours, keep them coming. Messi beats his man. He's absolutely skinning that left back. I think it's Sergio Escudero, but he is skinning him. Vidal, can he find a pass inside? All right, keep the ball circulation up. There it is. Back to Alba. Whip it in. Oh, good tackle by Jesus Navas. But is it going to be a penalty? Of course it's going to be a penalty, because we've had so many penalties. Let's go into VAR. We'll see what happens here. But if we can go up 3-0 30 minutes in, I mean, you really can't ask for much better of a start than that. And I think ideally we've adjusted our tactics perfectly, where we've dropped Arthur. Of course, we kind of had to drop Arthur because of the injury, but so we dropped Arthur and went a little bit more defensive in the midfield, and then also decided to go more counterattacking and kind of absorb Sevilla's, press them, but try to absorb their possession-based style a little bit more. And I know it kind of strays away from Barcelona's usual tactics, so we do get the penalty. And this, so far, it's been very beneficial for us, and we could go up 3-0 here if Vidal puts this home, which he scored a few penalties in preseason, and he puts this one home, so 3-0 and 30 minutes in. I mean, you can't really ask for a better start than that. Let's keep it going. That's all I can say. Let's keep it going. Okay, another highlight here before halftime, just 2 minutes after the penalty. Can Sevilla get their first highlight of the game? I hope not, but I mean, we're marking them very well, pressing pretty solidly. We do allow space for Jesus Navas in the wing. Can we cover the cross opportunity? Yes, we can. Still, he has it. Oh, beats his man, though. Lopez into the box. Munir, just off the post. Don't really like to see those chances being given up. That we allowed that advancement right into the box. Obviously, we want to press that and close that down before that can happen. But still, I mean, despite that, only 1 shot allowed so far. So we're gonna absolutely praise the boys here. Very, very satisfying start to the game. I think, tactically, it's been very beneficial, the changes that I made. So very happy with that. And even Arturo Vidal has 2 key passes in a row that, I'm not really anticipating that he's gonna get too many opportunities to get key passes, but he's got 2 so far, even one more than Frankie de Jong as well. And then Messi has just looked like Messi. He had a goal and assist last game. He already has a goal and assist in the first half, so solid start for him. And I mean, we're still positionally superior to them. As you can see, they're getting lots more possession, but we're containing them in their own half, which is exactly what you like to see. And we will it's all really about ball position. on the field, and apparently, oh, there we go. Um, yeah, even though we don't have much possession, positionally we are far superior to them as we're, making we're getting possession in areas which we can create scoring opportunities in. And I mean, when you get that in full volume with players like Suarez and Griezmann up top, I mean, and then Messi obviously creating chances for them as well and scoring. It's just dangerous for the other team. So let's see our shot selection a little bit too. Look at that. Look at the shot selection from us. All within the box, all very, very close. So yeah, let's keep that going second half. I'm not going to make a single change. I think I definitely want to leave this where it's at right now, even though Griezmann is apparently complacent, maybe because we're too good, honestly. That's probably the only reason why. Okay, we're now 71 minutes in. We started getting more possession. Kind of figured that would happen now that we had the lead, and Sevilla's possession-based style wasn't really working for them, so they've kind of had to out. They're also down 3-0 to be fair to them, so they kind of had to opt to going more direct as they do get a shot there. Pretty good chance from Ronnie Lopez, but no end product there. 16 shots on the target for us. Actually now 6 and 2 for them. So they had two pretty good chances there. But we're gonna make our first change here in the 77th minute. I'm pretty happy with how everyone's played so far, but I am gonna give Ansu Fati a chance at uh, at inside forward on the left wing there. And then I think we're probably going to leave it with where it's at the moment. Although I do want to make one tactical switch here, which is just go lower tempo, and then also not going to counter as much now. 13 minutes left. Don't really want to get caught out. If that were to be the case, kind of just want to retain our numbers and kind of ride this game out at this point. Be pretty efficient with the ball, but at the same time, we're up 3-0. We don't need to take too many risks here. Okay, so now we got another highlight here. Sergio on the ball, and Titi, who's played pretty well in this one. I do have him playing cover. I have PK. I switched PK to stopper, and then MTT to cover. I've kind of staggered the center backs, and the reason I did that is because MTT's best role is cover. So I decided, let's try it out. Let's try staggering the two and see how it works. And I mean, it's worked out pretty well for us, I think, anyways. Obviously, based on the stats, you can't really complain either. So MTT's going to pick up the ball here. I don't really want to. Please don't turn it over. Just keep the ball, boys. Steady, boys. Okay, out to Messi. Messi's going to cut in here, as he does. Beat his man. Nope, he does not this time. See how many dribbles he has after the game. Of course, Dembele had 10 or something like that after the first game. So I bet Messi's probably going to have a pretty substantial amount. Up to Suarez. Can Suarez finish? Yes, he can. 4-0. I mean, just dominant performance from us. A second of the game for Suarez. Good assist from Semedo. I mean, we're really getting chances created from absolutely everywhere. This team is just dangerous, and this is pretty much how I envision Barcelona are capable of playing at their full potential with the players that they do as well. Starts to the season so far. Obviously, it'll be another thing to keep this up, but I mean, absolutely dominant performance. Let's give Carlos Perez a bit of a chance to play here. Let's see. Actually, do I wanna do that? Actually, you know what? I'm gonna give Sergio Roberto a few minutes here just because his match sharpness is only 85. Obviously, it's still pretty high, but might as well just give him an opportunity. We'll leave Messi on. If Messi gets injured now in the last few minutes, I'm gonna be I'm gonna be livid because I was about to sub him off, but I talked myself out of it. But yeah, hopefully we just steady the ship here, ride it out. A few more minutes. Very solid performance. Okay, so to the pep talk here now. I mean, nothing you can really do with this one besides praise um, pretty passionately, I guess, because I mean, 4-0 win at home versus Sevilla. Sevilla was always going to be a pretty tough team, but I mean, we I guess proved that wrong here. Yeah, look at that, Messi 10 dribbles. I figured that he was going to be pretty high up there. Suarez 2 goals in his first appearance this season. Griezmann no goals or assists, but I mean, I don't really mind because everyone else was creating. Still had a chance to create or a key pass anyways, and tons of key passes. You got 2 from Busquets this game, 3 from Vidal, which is pretty impressive. Only 1 from De Jong. But yeah, and looking at our total our passing percentages and totals, we really didn't have that much, touches on the ball. Busquets only getting 79 passes, which, in all honesty, in a team like this, I would be expecting him to get upwards of 100 every single game. So, yeah, pretty impressive for what we did. And once again, it just shows that tactically we were just superior in this game right here. As Sevilla, sure, they had lots of possession in a pretty structured 4-3-3 formation. It looks like, but I mean we were just so efficient with our chance creation here, as you can see, tons of shots within the box. No, actually I think technically 2 shots outside the box, but still crazy amount of shots inside the box for us. 3 clear-cut chances, 3 half chances, and Sevilla none of either. And we only allowed 4 shots in the box from them. We probably had a solid 16 in the box, so pretty yeah, I mean pretty substantial stats right there. So very happy with this performance. Going to continue here. And I was going to show the Granada game, but I think I'm just going to keep it here because we had so many highlights. So I don't want to make the video too long. So I'm going to stop it here, and I will be back for the next big match, which is I think Real Sociedad. Yes, we're going to go Real Sociedad, and then we're going to go the Champions Cup, or of course Champions League, first group stage game too. So we're going to go a double header in that one. We're just going to skip over the Granada game. So I'll see you guys then. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Drop a like and subscribe if you enjoyed. Leave a comment if you have any feedback for me, and I will see you guys later.